being a strong woman does mean being physically strong. I like feeling physically strong. I like seeing something in the house that needs to be picked up or moved and know that I can pick it up and move it. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'll wait till my husband can get that." No, I can get that. Like, and that adds so much empowerment and confidence, and it translates to other things in life too. That it's not just, "Well, I'm physically strong." No, I'm confident, and when you're confident, then you can say things to people that you might not have said, but no, I know that I'm strong and can do this.
Hmm.
So I just feel like it translates to so many different things in your life.
Welcome to Real Women, Real Results, the podcast where we go beyond the reps and dive into what it really takes to live a stronger, healthier, and more confident life. I'm your host, Jamie Revell, women's fitness expert and founder of W3 Body Women's Training Gyms in Chicagoland. Each week, we'll bring you real stories, expert insights, and the tools you need to create real results. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Real Women, Real Results. I'm your host, Jamie Revell, and today's episode is one that's incredibly special to me and to all of our W3 Body community. At our Elmhurst location's second anniversary party, we celebrated something truly remarkable. The very first members to reach 500 workouts. That's right, 500 times they showed up for themselves, for their goals, and for their strength. And out of all of our members, just 4 incredible women have reached that milestone so far. And I'm honored and lucky today to have them all here with me. So welcome Lynne, Graciela, Anna, and Jomy. They were all actually founding members, and they're here to talk about this achievement and what it means to them, how they did it, and the mindset shifts that helped them along the way. So whether you're on workout number 5 or 250, this conversation is packed with real stories, real struggles, and powerful reminders that consistency is everything. So let's dive in. So let's start by introducing you all to our listeners. Tell us your name, how long you've been with W3 Body, and what first brought you here.
My name's Lynne Kern. I've been here for 2 years since the gym opened. And what originally brought me here was seeing the sign up and noticing that it's a women's gym. Um, I have done a lot of cardio in my life. I was a runner, all that kind of stuff, but I knew that what was lacking for me was weights and just, I don't know, going to another gym just has never been really appealing to me. So seeing that sign and thinking, "Oh, it's an all women's gym." And then I came to grab a brochure, scan the QR code, and you were in here. The door was closed and there was all construction going on. And you looked at me and I grabbed the thing and you waved. And then I waved and I was like, "Well, she seems nice."
I'm
And
so
then,
glad I waved.
yeah. Then I came back to talk to you. And then you were just so positive and inviting and made me feel like this was a place that I could belong to.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's great. What a good first introduction.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You were a big part of that. You were
Oh,
very
good to hear.
friendly.
Thank you. Gracie, how about you?
Well, Graciela, 2 years. And what got me here was my brother. I got into an argument with him
Oh,
about working out.
oh, thank you,
'Cause
brother.
I know. He said, you need to go ahead and start doing more than cardio. I'm like, I don't know how to do weights. I don't want to get hurt. And surely enough, I started Googling and then you guys came up.
Cool.
That's how I started.
Wow, that's awesome. That's cool that you found us so early, even online. Awesome.
Yeah. It was good because I needed that direction.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, the structure is so helpful.
Hmm.
Anna Braz. Also been here since it opened 2 years. So what got me coming or joining this gym was actually another founding member, Yina. She's like, "Hey, there's a gym that's opening up nearby. Let's join." And so I looked it up and I was like, "Hey, sure, why not?" But also in my work experience, I'm working towards leadership goals and such. And there was this program that I was taking, and it said there, find something for self care to focus on you. I was like, oh, this is something good that I can do about for myself. And so here I am working out at the gym.
Cool. Yeah, wow. And I love that I've never heard some of these things. Like, that's awesome. Like, Lynn, I don't think we've even necessarily, I remember meeting you,
Okay.
but I don't remember how much a wave and stuff,
Yeah.
made a difference.
Yeah,
So
it really
that's
did.
really cool.
So I'm Jomy. I have been here for 2 years. The reason why I joined is because the gym I had been going to for 7 years prior to 2 years ago was about to close. And even before then, I knew that it was time to find something different because in my journey over there, I had moved just across the street from this gym. And I just knew that it wasn't sustainable to have this membership and not go as frequently as I should. And I was just at a stage in my life where I needed the workout to count. I didn't need to just go, it needed to mean something. And so, living so close, I could see something's happening over here. The previous location was closing, then this one side I started going up. And as soon as I saw something, I reached out and we connected. And it was intimidating at first because it was so different than any other format of class I had taken. But I figured the proximity and the fact that it literally almost fell in my lap, it just seemed like too good to not give it a chance. And I'm so glad I did because I think we all had that same like pre-opening curiosity of what this is all about. And here we are 2 years later,
Yeah.
100 classes.
Yeah, it's incredible. And I always give like props to all my founding members because you guys are like, here, take my money, take my credit card, and you're like,
Right.
I don't know really what this is. I can't see it going on if there's just photos, but I'm very, very appreciative for you all because yeah, we opened with 80 members. So that was pretty cool. But out of all of that, all of them, here you guys are. So, when you first joined, what were your goals or expectations? And did you ever imagine hitting 500 workouts, that was even possible? Did it even cross your mind?
I never thought about a number at all. Um, I knew that for present, I needed to start doing something that will impact my future. Um, I've been a runner my whole life, and as you get older, you can't run as much, and whatever. And I see a chiropractor regularly, and he had started to comment like, "You really need to be doing more than just running. Like, if you can't hold this, like hold a bridge with one leg, if you can't hold that for 2 minutes, like you shouldn't be running because your body does that when it runs,
Mm.
and you should be able to do that. So what are you doing to strengthen those muscles so that you can keep running if you want to keep running?" So things like that. He kept making comments, and one day he said to me, "If you can't do this now, you can't do it when you're 70." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that is so true."
Yeah.
Like I'm 58. I turned 58 a couple months ago, and I don't mean to be doom and gloom, but like in a way it's almost like I'm probably the healthiest I'm going to be. Like things start happening when you turn 60s and 70s, and so like if I don't get a handle on my health now, and be able to do things physically now, then I'm certainly not going to be able to do them 10 years from now.
Oh, true.
So that was kind of my motivation.
Yeah.
So I didn't care if I hit 200 workouts, 500. I knew I was going
Sure.
to be consistent. I'm a pretty, I like schedules. I like consistency. I like routine. So I knew that once I started that I would likely keep going.
Hmm. Awesome.
Actually, like she said, I don't really count on it. It's just I'm here every day, and if I don't come, I feel weird. I took a couple of days
Define
off.
weird.
I took a couple of days off, and then at the end, I was like, "Why didn't I show up? I should have worked out somewhere else." Or like I was on vacation,
Uh-huh.
came back, I felt so sore the first day. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"I have to come often.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to feel the soreness no more."
Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I same thing. I didn't really count or like plan on counting the days that I've come, but when I first started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start with like 1 day a week because
I remember
yes, I was
that.
like, I have a lot going on, 4 kids. I don't know if I can juggle all this, but I used to work out all the time before my kids. So I always had excuses. I have a gym at home, but it's, again, excuses. And so started out with one, and next thing you know, it went to three, then five, six. So the numbers just kept adding on because I just started to get addicted to working out, and it felt great. And like she said too, when I missed a day or something, it just it was harder on my body. And I felt the struggles for just even missing classes.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. That is it's funny and awesome that you still hit 500 workouts when you started probably a little bit slower than some other ladies that wanted to do 3, 4, 5 workouts,
Hmm.
consistently from the beginning. So, props to you.
And then it was more of a lifestyle change too, because I wanted to get my like blood work numbers down because I'm like, okay, as I'm getting older, talking with the doctor, family history, I'm like, okay, it started to creep up and like cholesterol, high blood, all that stuff, diabetes. And so I had to factor that all in. Like, I don't want to be taking medication. So I was like, okay, I got to do some stuff for myself, just lifestyle change. And then just promoting it in our house, with my children and my husband, we try to say, keep active, have a healthy lifestyle. So I have to set the example. And so my kids see that. And so when I told him I was in the 500 club, my son was like, "That's amazing, mom." He's like, "Can you believe you're, in a 500 club? You went to that many classes?" I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even think about it.
That's cool. And I love that. And Jomy had shared that she wanted to, tell her kids. And I think it's so cool that you guys share that with them and that they're excited right back at you?
Yeah, she wouldn't even let me post my picture
No,
until
I
you
know.
all find out.
Yeah. That's because, yeah, I had to plan it strategically.
So I share a lot of what these ladies have said. It was not about the number, although I am very motivated by numbers. So a lot of what we do helps fuel that.
Hmm.
It was more about the days off that I counted because the days off meant those were days that I didn't come, could have come. And over time, it just became part of my routine and not in a way that was like something I had to do. It was something that I felt more if I didn't do. The same way I would feel weird if I didn't brush my teeth or take a
Hmm.
shower or whatever. It just became part
It's
of.
like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
It
It's
Yeah.
like it
is.
becomes part of your routine.
Right.
And it wasn't just the workout, it was like the community coming here, escape from a full-time job, my 2 small children, everything that kind of weighs me down outside of my life doesn't exist here. So
Mhm.
this is my safe space. And if I could come more often, I probably would because sometimes I really need that space.
Yeah.
So all of that. At first, I already knew that I was in the same mindset that I had been before of I'm too busy. So, work is my number one source of dragging me down and holding me back. The kids, all of that. But at first, when I signed up, I realized I'm not going as much as I thought I would because it's just easy to put those other things first. And not that they're important, but they'll always be there. And if I don't start taking care of myself, then it won't happen. So I don't think I snapped into the discipline until January, I think, and that was because we had our first challenge,
Mhm.
and then that was what set me on this really great path ever since.
That's awesome. What challenge was that one? Do you remember?
I think it was the one tied to the My Zone.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because then,
It was like a New Year kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Because then all the founding members got their My Zones, right? And
Mhm.
right before that. And yeah, we were all jazzed to use them.
Mhm.
I'm always jazzed to use my My Zone, though.
Mhm.
I was explaining it to someone today, and I'm like, it makes fitness a game. It's so much fun. Awesome, ladies. Well, one of the most powerful parts of this journey is how our mindset changes along the way. So I'd love to hear just from each of you a couple different questions. And then we can start with you. What was the biggest mindset shift that helped you stay consistent over time?
Again, I think just wanting to be as healthy as I be doing the things now to be as healthy as I can be in the future.
Mhm.
Like I just never thought about it, and go through life just kind of this is the stage that I'm in right now and this is what I'm doing right now, but to really start thinking about wow, what I do now is really going to impact how healthy I am and my mobility and my stamina and all that kind of balance, all that stuff later. And I really see it with my in laws. I was just with my in laws the past couple of days, and they're so immobile and their balance is so bad. And they've never moved, they've never exercised. That just wasn't part of what they did on a daily
Mhm.
basis. And I just don't want to end up like that.
Yeah.
So I think just really thinking about how what I do now impacts the future has,
Absolutely.
it has was a big change.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a huge motivating factor, I think. And something just to comment on what you said about movement, and also what you ladies said previously about movement as well, and not necessarily counting the number of workouts you do, but once you do get in that routine, I feel like it is almost not that again, we're sitting here counting the data of how many days we didn't work out, but it's like your body wants and craves movement and you know what it feels like to not move for that day. And so knowing the number of days that you're not moving, like, almost counts more, you know what I mean? Or, like, weighs more on my mind because I wanna hit my step goal that day, and I just, like, I know I'll feel better if I move, and so I just commenting on that, just being a motivating factor as well, I think is important. Graciela, was there a point ever where you wanted to give up? And if so, what kept you going?
Yes. The sumo squats.
Sumo squats got you. Okay. Noted.
Cannot squat for the life of me. So I'm like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. But I'm like, no, I gotta keep going. I gotta keep going. Little by little. My squat might not be that low.
Right. We work around it, right?
Mhm.
Perfect. Anna, how has your definition of success changed since you started?
I would say it's not so much the pounds of and losing weight, but it's feeling good, having the energy, health wise. Sometimes I kind of adding to the other question you had asked previously, seeing some of the older ladies. I want to be able to be mobile and keep moving when I'm in my 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. And so this is kind of that push.
Miss Jomy, how do you stay motivated even on the days when you don't feel like working out?
I think I've just seen so much change that it's sort of like a non-negotiable. I don't really the days that I don't feel like working out are actually days that I know I shouldn't work out because it's tough. It's my body telling me you need to rest or you need to slow down. So I don't actually have that. I think I feel like I've gotten to such a good rhythm with health and fitness that it's like it all makes sense. Like I can
Mhm.
see this big picture of fitness isn't just at the gym, it's at home, it's at what I eat, it's what I do when I'm traveling for work. All of these things kind of paint one big picture. So when I'm not motivated, I listen and I slow down a little bit.
Routine plays such an important part in your consistency and motivation overall that kind of carries you through. Do any of you remember a time when consistency felt impossible and now looking back, you're proud that you pushed through?
I felt that way before I joined this gym. And coming here kind of shifted my mindset to not let things like work or being busy get in the way. So I actively put well, first I tried to figure out what's the best time to work out because I started out as someone who worked out in the evening because that's what I had always done. But then I realized, okay, well, the evening's the worst time for someone like me to work out because the evening is usually when I'm like hanging on to a thread and needing like 30 more minutes to finish work. So, of course, I would put it off and I would just not go. But if I start my day off with it, then it's there. It's on my calendar, it's blocked off, and I'm going. And I think just stepping into this environment of this isn't just a workout, it's a whole way of life, changed that mindset.
And then adding to her is just making time for yourself.
Right.
Kind of like when I mentioned before, we're always going to have some type of excuse. And so you just gotta do it and just make time for yourself.
What do you say to someone who's like, I just can't?
You
I
can.
don't have
You
it.
so can.
Yeah.
Think about all
Get
the
up and
time you
come.
waste in a day doing other stuff that you could have been doing this instead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I
Find
have
the
a
time.
lot I have a lot going on, from all my kids' different schedules to working full time to managing the household, but you gotta focus on your health too and on yourself because, you gotta live life,
Right.
because you never know what can happen. So and you're always gonna find excuses, and so you just gotta do stuff for yourself.
Yeah. Well, we and you've kind of mentioned it a few times, Jomy. We talk a lot about community and how W3 Body is more than just a gym. How has that played a role in your journey to 500? So I'll just ask a little bit more specifically, Lynn, what role has the W3 Body community played in helping you stay accountable?
It's kind of funny. Denise is my coach like 95% of the time. And if I'm not going to come, I feel like I need to text her. Like, I feel like she's going to be like, hey, where's Lynn? Or she might worry or whatever. And she does, like, she cares. And that's pretty cool too, that a coach cares. And so I think that has helped. Like, if I don't go, if I don't show up, Denise might go, wait, where were you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And, you just get to be friends with the people that you work out with. Maybe not great friends. I don't do anything socially with anybody that I've met here, but while we're here, you kind of get to learn about people's lives and, chit chat a little bit. And it makes me feel like I want to go. I want to see Demi hasn't been here for a while or our schedules haven't matched up. And so today I saw Demi and like, oh my gosh, what have you been doing? And
Yeah.
just kind of catch up. And that
Yeah.
just makes you feel good.
Totally.
Like you got a little buddy.
Right.
Here.
You want it to be enjoyable because that helps set the tone of wanting to come to the gym, because it could definitely be the opposite, especially on days where it's like harder to get here. That's just another reason why it's like, okay, yeah, I do want to go.
Yeah.
Graciela, is there a favorite coach, session, or memory that stands out from your journey to 500?
Denise. I mean, she's been with us since day one.
Yeah.
So when we met before the gym opened.
Yes.
Yeah. So she knows my struggles.
Yeah. Awesome. Anna, how does it feel knowing that you're part of such a small, special group of only 4 women so far?
It's amazing, and like I mentioned before, my kids notice. They even, like, sometimes, like, their friends will say, "Oh, what does your mom want to eat or, get?" He's like, "Oh, she doesn't eat that stuff. She's working out and she's focusing on herself." And so, it's nice to hear that, I have an impact on my family.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Jomy, has the experience inspired you to set new goals beyond 500?
Yeah, I feel like I need to pay more attention to all the things that I kind of kept on the perimeter. Like when we did the nutrition challenge, that really changed how I was eating. But I know I need to do better with the water intake and the vitamins. And it's easy to focus on one thing, but it's definitely a holistic approach. I mean, I like the numbers. So if we can keep track of them, that probably would motivate me to get to who knows what the next. I don't know
I think
how.
the 4 of us should be in the 1,000.
Yeah,
That's
1,000.
right.
So we'll be
1,000.
here in
Heck
2
yeah.
years.
That's right. Yeah, we'll do another follow-up episode. Actually, today we're hanging, he might be here now, the signage for the banner and then the 500 Club poster that you guys signed. And the goal, strategically where I placed it, is that I want to end up putting, all the next sort of milestones after, so that you can just keep signing your posters all the
Although
way
I
down the
thought
wall.
we should probably date it too.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. That's a great idea. And Jomy, I know that you had mentioned you'd shared something with me that I'd love to share with everyone else, because I thought it was really impactful and really cool, about your prior gym and hitting 500 workouts. Do you mind sharing that with us?
Yeah. So the gym that I was at before here was my home. Same thing. I started with them before they opened, and I was there from the first class to the last class. And I loved it. And when I found out that they were closing, I was so bummed because it had been 7 years and I was so close to getting to 500. So to be here at this gym for 2 years and have already hit 500,
Right?
it gives me
That's
chills just
amazing.
saying it. 'Cause
Us too.
Yeah.
they had this program. So it was like the 100, the 300, the 500 club. And I worked towards that. It was a strong motivator. Here, I haven't been thinking about it. So I've just been coming to classes, but I did what I couldn't do there. So
Yeah, that's
props.
so cool. And less than
Less
half
time.
the time. Yeah. That is so
That's
awesome.
amazing.
That's so motivating. I don't know if you ladies remember what it felt like to walk into your first session, but how do you feel now compared to the first time you walked in for a workout? If you remember that far back.
Definitely stronger. I know
Yeah.
I couldn't hold a plank for like more than a couple seconds. So now I'm it's like minutes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I just feel confident too. Like I was worried that I was going to get hurt. It's so easy to hurt your back if you're lifting heavy stuff. And now I know that I'm not going to get hurt. Like I've done the work. So I know that I'm strong enough to push myself. So I feel just more confident. There's another member who's newer, And when she's maybe been here a month, I would guess. And I was here, I think, the first week when she joined, and she would just kind of walk in and was real timid. And I noticed the other day, and I should have said something to her, but she walked in and she just like this whole air of confidence about her. And I was like, Brenda, like, look at her walking in here. There was such a visible change.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I look like that, but I hope that I do. You know, like, I
Absolutely.
hope that I walk in here with, like, yeah, I belong here and I know what I'm going to do here and I'm going to get stronger here. And I feel great about that. Like, clearly she does.
Yeah.
Like, it was really cool to see that.
That is cool. Thank you for sharing that. And I also have to give you props because you were in my session last week when I subbed. And one of our newer members, it was her first team session. You just kind of took her under your wing. That was so nice. Yeah.
Team can be intimidating.
Yes.
No,
Totally. So thank you for doing that.
of course.
Well, we know that we've got other founding members, I'm sure, that will listen to this episode, but then also our newer ladies that are listening who might be on workout 10 or 50 or even workout number 1, wondering if they'll ever get to workout 500. So, what advice would you give to someone who's struggling with consistency?
I would say make time for yourself. Like, don't use time as the excuse because the time you put in today is going to pay off more than tenfold tomorrow. So your health, your physical health, your mental health, all of that matters. And you can get that here. You just keep yourself accountable to it.
It's not going to happen overnight too. It takes time. So you got to be patient. And then it's all kind of in the mind too. It's like you got to push yourself mentally as well.
Have your people be part of it. Like whoever you're surrounding yourself with outside of the gym, let them know, like, I'm taking this seriously. I want to work out. I don't want to stay out all night. I want to eat healthy. You know, those things matter to just have that perspective and awareness so people can support you and cheer you on.
Right.
Yeah, to add to that, that's also a big factor on why I'm able to come this many times is because my husband will divide and conquer because he too is all about health and fitness and lifestyle changes for the good. And so, we'll look at kids' activities and he's like, okay, go take care of what you got to do, go work out. And then he'll, drive the kids or we just have a lot of flexibility and work together on our schedules to make it happen.
That's awesome. And going back to what you said, Jomy, well, both of you ladies, that's one of the first things I say in the nutrition challenge that we do is like get your people on board, like let them know what you're doing and let them know this is for, the upcoming weeks that I'm like learning to kind of redo how I eat and stuff like that. And because I want to achieve my goals and it's important because you want them supporting you in the ways that you want to feel supported versus well, I hope no one's sabotaging, but I'm sure that happens. So,
It's just easy to put other people first,
yeah.
too. The kids, the in-laws, like people that count on you on a regular basis. It's so easy to say, well, that's more important. They are more important. I better not go to the gym because I know that, my mother-in-law is going to call in 20 minutes. But it has to be you putting yourself first. Otherwise, you don't have anything to give to the other people around you. So
Why do you?
it's really important.
I'm going to throw a curveball at you. Why do you think women struggle with that?
Part of me thinks it's just the way we're wired.
Sure.
Like we are nurturers, we are caregivers. Like I think that's just kind of what it is to be female, to some extent. There might be societal,
Yeah.
expectations. And certainly generations past too. Like that's what women do. Women stay home and take care of everybody, and the man goes to work, and that was sort of like that in with my parents. There weren't many women that worked in my mom's generation. So that's kind of how I grew up. So got to put the man first, got to put the kids first and come last.
Yeah.
So and I don't think it's quite as much like that anymore. I think that mindset has changed.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
current generation for the better,
Absolutely.
not for the good.
Putting yourself back in the mindset of who you were walking in on day one, what would you tell your day one self?
Let's say don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up. Every day will be challenging, but you're here, you're doing what you can, and then tomorrow will be something else.
Remember why you started too. Knowing your why, like, that I want to be mobile in 20 years or whatever it is. That's important.
Yeah, just do it. Your end goal, whatever. Everyone has their own goals, so you gotta come to accomplish those.
What about a lesson that you learned along the way or anything that surprised you?
I did learn that I can't compare myself to all of them because some of them are stronger than I am. So I got to go ahead and think what is my strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can't go ahead and compare myself to everyone else.
That's a really good thing. I'm glad that you said that. I met with a member the other day, and she's definitely struggling with exactly what we're talking about here with consistency, but because there's a busy schedule with 3 kids and trying to work around her husband's schedule and all these different things. And then there's all these other things that start coming up like, well, everyone else in the session is lifting more than me. And it's like, they're doing them. You got to do you. And we all start somewhere. We all had a first workout. We all felt anxious to a degree or whatever. And then, even with Brenda that you mentioned, 4 weeks in, you're walking a little taller, you're a little bit more proud and more confident. So, yeah, I think that's so important that you can't compare yourself because everyone's on their own journey and they're on their own journey for their own reasons and not for anyone else's. So,
And that comes with progression because I mean, I wasn't like that when I first started. And then obviously we've been here 2 years. So of course, to others, we may look stronger and all that stuff, but we worked hard to get there.
right. Yeah.
I think we're also hardwired to think women can't be strong.
Hmm.
And so we all we start with low weights because you think that that's your limit. And you find out, oh, I can do more than this. I remember a class with you where I think it was at the beginning, but because we were in the same class and kind of like lifting the same, we weren't together, we weren't partners, but like you were 2 ahead and you were like, oh, you can lift higher than that. And she knew that because
I've been seeing it. Yeah.
we
Like
had
seeing, yeah.
been together. And I was like, okay, I'll try it. And I could, but I just had this block in my head that, like, this is what I can do. So sometimes you just have to pick up the weight and try it and
Right.
see if you can do it well. Although I have learned that it's possible to be lifting too heavy and then your form goes up too. So
Yeah.
now I'm working on that. But I think the big part of what makes this gym so successful and so welcoming is that it is all women, but it's women of all different sizes, shapes, backgrounds, capabilities, limitations. Some of us have injuries. Some of us are triathletes. It's like amazing to see this mix of people coming together. And that's really motivating.
I was just going to say that's
It
what
is cool.
motivates me just
Because
seeing
you
everybody.
get to be like, depending on where you are, if you're one of the youngest members, you get to aspire to be like these people and see these good role models. And if you're one of the older people, then you get to be that role model for people and say, hey, you've got your whole life ahead of you. And if you're in the middle, you just belong because you're right in the middle of all of it. So
That's cool.
I have loved that part a lot because it's not like the intimidation of being in a gym where everybody looks like they could be in a model in a catalog or where where it might be co-ed and then there's all of that pressure too. I don't have any of that here. I just come in and I can be whoever I need to be that day.
Yeah.
Depending on the workout or even just one exercise within the workout, sometimes like you're the one that's like, oh, I'm lifting really heavy. But then you move to the next station and like, oh, well, this one I can't do that heavy. It's shoulders and I have a shoulder injury or whatever. So like sometimes you are like the really strong person and sometimes you're not. And sometimes you're in the middle. And it's just, it makes you feel like it doesn't matter. So the person that's there on the first workout or struggling to stay consistent, like if you do stay consistent, then you're going to get strong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think these are all really good points because we do hear a lot from ladies coming in who are very new to strength training in particular. And they're like questioning. It's like they want to take the leap of faith and join, but they're still questioning like, but can I do it? And also how? Like, how are you going to be able to accommodate me? I don't want to hold anyone back when you have all these ladies who have been members for a long time. And I just want to be like, just let me prove it to you, you know? But I'm like, but it's the way it's structured and it can, like, we can help you progress and modify whatever we need to do. We'll, meet you where you're at and get you to where you want to go within the structure that we have available. And it works,
It does.
but you just got to try it. You just got to do it.
Yeah.
So, but because everyone is able to go at their level and see the progress from there.
And I
So,
think it's good you have the 4-week introductory
trial.
trial. Because if you come 1 week, it's not enough.
Hmm.
So it's really good that you have that structure. Like come for a
Yeah.
whole month and do the same exercises on Monday 4 times. And just that alone, you're gonna get better in 4 weeks with those 4 exercises. You're gonna get stronger at those.
Right. Yeah. And master the movement pattern. And
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. And then see your progress. And I oftentimes tell ladies coming in who want to lose weight, like, we can help you do that, but let's focus on I'm going to show you other ways to track your progress that you're going to be really proud of. And sometimes getting your mind off of that number on the scale and more about what you're accomplishing in the gym is just going to be this boost of confidence that you need to just be in a better mindset and make better choices and stay really motivated. And they get pretty excited about that because I'm excited about that. Like that's what makes me really pumped. So, so what does being part of the 500 Club mean to you personally? And I guess I'll piggyback off of that within the same question, something I ask everyone on the podcast. What does being a strong woman mean to you in this phase of your life?
For me, being a strong woman does mean being physically strong. I like feeling physically strong. I like seeing something in the house that needs to be picked up or moved and know that I can pick it up and move it. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'll wait till my husband can get that." No, I can get that. Like, and that adds so much empowerment and confidence, and it translates to other things in life too. That it's not just, "Oh, I'm physically strong." No, I'm confident, and when you're confident, then you can say things to people that you might not have said, but no, I know that I'm strong and can do this.
Mhm.
So I just feel like it translates to so many different things in your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
One thing that I was telling my sister-in-law was the fact that now I don't need help carrying a case of water.
Huh?
I can actually carry myself.
It's awesome.
So, or my dog food.
Yeah. Yes. It's a big one, right?
Yeah, that's what makes me strong. Like, this is why I go to the gym. It's
Mhm.
always like, this is why. So I can go on vacations and not feel back pain, able to walk around with my family because they walk like they have long feet. They're taking one step and I'm running behind them.
Yeah.
So that cardio really helps.
Yes. No doubt. That's awesome.
Yeah, strong is not only the physical aspect, but just being able to keep up, the commitment and dedication that you put forth. I would say would be in addition to strong physical aspect.
Hmm.
I think this is the first time I felt strong for myself. Before I was a strong worker and I put everything into my career. And then I did the same thing for my family and into my children. And now finally at a place where I can pour into my own cup and it makes me stronger for everybody, for my children, for my family, for work. I just feel whole as a result of it. So that this is the strongest I've ever been.
That's amazing. How about proud?
Yeah, when we feel good about ourselves, then it
Right?
just
Yeah.
impacts everybody else.
Proud, confident.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm proud of you guys, if I haven't told you already.
Thank you.
I'm proud of
Congratulations.
you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks for your help and support.
Absolutely. I'm just like, yeah, I'm so thankful. Like I said, you guys put your faith and trust in me before we opened. And like, even just to be sitting here with you guys and everything that you said that really captures who we want to be. It's like, it's so cool that it came to life and is still living and really proud and really thankful. So thank you. Well, thank you ladies for sharing your stories and your struggles and your wins with us today. What I hope listeners take away is that consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up. 5 workouts don't happen overnight. They happen one day, one rep, and one decision at a time. And the best part, you don't have to do it alone. This community is here to support you every step of the way, just like it did for these 4 incredible women. If you're ready to start your journey, whether that's workout number 1 or number 500, come see us at W3 Body. Your future self will thank you for taking that first step. And until next time, keep showing up, keep lifting each other up, and remember, real women get real results. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in to Real Women, Real Results. If you loved this episode, be sure to follow the podcast and leave a review. It helps more women find these powerful stories. If you're local and want to join our gym, check out our 4-week trial. Head to train@w3body.com for more info. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, w3body_Berwyn and w3body_Elmhurst for more strength, support, and community. See you next time.